Hello everybody, this is Mario, Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 16. Spoilers if you've not watched this episode. This episode was good. The intro, remember spoilers, but it was crazy. It's Thawne. He's like, the legend, the doom. I had 4 people, Snark. I was like, to change reality. I was like, oh my god, change reality. And they do. Everything is different. Thawne is a head of Star Labs. He's rich. He's the smartest man in the world. Malcolm, he has both hands. He's like, look, he can clap now. I'm like, wow. And Damien Dark has his own he has Amaya and Sarah as his personal assassins, and they're fighting Felicity. And it's crazy. Felicity's there. It's like, oh, tell me something. And then poof, they kill her. He's like, let me add this to the collection. Wow. It was Vigilante. It had everyone. Spartan, it had a wild dog. I'm like, wow, he killed everyone in this reality. So next thing you know, it goes back to Star Labs. Jackson is working for him, and Stein is under Jackson. He's like, hurry up, we need this to work. And Ray is a custodian. So what happens next? Mick and Rory, they're holding up a heist. But the thing is, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Snark, I didn't know it was you. Mick is like, this is no fun. He owns all the buildings. He's robbing himself, if you think about it. The cops didn't do nothing to him. So next thing you know, they have a chat. Malcolm finds out that Thawne is up to something and won't tell him. And Damien Dark is like, maybe we need him out the way. Because they haven't used the spear. He has. And they're like, maybe they should do something. So next thing you know, Nick is back. And he's still the same one. Not the same like, from the other. He still has the same thing, so he goes something like, if anyone, like, reality is not real. This is a different reality. The only person that can fix it is you, the smartest man in the world. And then Thawne were like, kill him. So Mick and Rory have to kill him. And then he's like, no. He's like, stop. The thing is, everyone didn't get killed because Mick told them, don't kill him, just let him live. So next thing you know, Mick punches Snark, and they go to his basement. They're like, so you live with your mom? Basically I pay rent here, so it's kind of my place, technically. Your mommy makes some good sandwiches. That's the whole thing, that's the funny joke. I don't know if it's true in their reality, but they're talking about his mom's sandwiches being so good. If they ever make a pop-up shop anywhere, just call it Mama's Legends Sandwiches. Legends of Tomorrow's Mama's Sandwiches. It was PB&J and a bunch of other stuff. I was like, shoot, and gluten free. So next thing you know, they're like, where should we go? They go to Ray's house. And Ray was making stuff. He's like, you're like, haircut, you're smart. He's like, I'm working on this thing. He's working on a gun. He's like, I don't know if it works. Let's see. He shoots Nick. Bam! He punches him. Like, you deserve that, you bastard. Oh. And then they shoot Ray, and he punches him too. I'm like, wow, he's getting punched by everybody. But it works. They're back, and the next thing you know, they're like, okay, we gotta get the team back together. And the next, Amaya and Sarah, they're there because Damien Dark found out about this, and he's like, send his assassins. And they're fighting, but the thing is, they can't get Amaya, so they shot Sarah. And he's like, what the? Alright, the next one hits me, I'm gonna hit them back. And it's crazy, so they're like, so next they're coming up with a plan because they don't know what's going on. But the thing is, they're all eating his mom's sandwiches. And Sarah said, I'll go back to Damien because he doesn't know that I'm myself. And then he said, let me ask you a question. Which one of these masks are your favorites? I'll tell you mine. The Black Canary. Killing her and watching her squint was delicious. They use that word a lot. Delicious. I'm like, oh, and Sarah punches him like, you go on, girl. And then boom. He has his power back, well, the totem magic, and then Amaya, and then pew, she beams her. She's back. Next thing you know, they escape, and then they're coming up with a plan, because now they have to get Jackson and Stein. But what happened is they're talking about the whole thing, like, what happened? They had a thing called the Calabar. He couldn't remember Mick, and he's like, do you know what language? Because Nick is acting like Aramaic. He's like, how do you know that? Passion of the Christ. Good movie. So they find out now, and they're like, yeah, okay. So, but the thing is, they're going now to Star Labs, but they're like, Mick, we don't trust you. You can't go. And I felt bad for him. Like, damn, he just got you all back. People were like, Snark was like, nostalgia got him. So next he goes back to them, and then now they found what's the name? I mean, they found Jackson. They shoot him. He's like, what the? Nobody has their powers. No, they can't because they're in this reality. And then they're like, man. And then they tell him that the only reason they're alive because of him. He's like, why? If he wanted to make our world so bad, then why are these sandwiches so good? Yeah, they're talking about what's name's gluten-free, banana, the right type of weed, and the portions. I'm like, okay, your mother is like a god with sandwiches. So next they go there, and what's the name? Jackson's trying to shoot Stein, but he ruins the machine. He ruins the gun, and next thing you know, everyone's there. Reverse Flash, Malcolm. Oh, it's crazy. Finally, the League of Assassins, they're fighting. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh shit, it's Merlin versus Sarah with both hands. I'm like, that's a dope fight. And the next thing you know, Nick has the spear, and he home runs Thawne, and then Damien's like, yeah! Maybe not. It was funny because he was like, oh. Even though he's a character, it had his comical stuff. I don't know if you're ever going to keep him, because the thing is, he's dead and so is Thawne. But Mick has the spear, and Snark was like, give it to me. Come on, we're friends. You're my partner. And then he gives it to Amaya. Maybe you can teach an old dog new tricks. So she's about to change reality. No, Thawne ruined it. He got the spear and threw it in his thing. It was to destroy the Spear of Destiny, and he did. So everyone is down, and they don't know what to do. Next, they're like, wait, we can go back. They want to go back to France. But I was like, isn't it like talking to your old self, even that timeline, something wrong, the space-time continuum? But it's funny, so Rip, this is funny, he had his own section for me. He was on a downward spiral, and he's baking cakes. I'm like, oh Lord, they look good. I'm like, I want to try one. Mr. Greatest Baker. So Gideon's like, come on, pull yourself. They got the auxiliary power, but the thing is, when they panned out, he's in a miniature Wave Rider in Damien Dark's office. It was a good episode. I liked it. Well, please comment, subscribe, and take care. Bye.